Welcome to Anonymous Tarot. I'm Cleo, and we're diving into the world of tarot today. For our next card, I'm drawing the Temperance card.
Temperance, the card of balance and harmony, always leaves me with a sense of intrigue. What draws you to this card, Cleo?
I've always been drawn to the idea of the alchemical process, where opposites are balanced to create something new and whole. Temperance feels like a bridge between the polarities of the world.
That's a beautiful way to look at it, Cleo. But doesn't temperance also feel like a call to stillness and quiet contemplation?
Absolutely, Billy. I think that's what I love most about this card. It's a reminder that our inner world is just as important as our outer world. We need to tune into our own inner wisdom in order to find balance.
I love how you phrase it, Cleo. Finding balance within ourselves is a radical act of rebellion against the world's expectations.
In the myth of Temperance, we meet the figure of the goddess Tifareth, often depicted as a serene and balanced woman. She is the daughter of the sun god and represents the union of opposites, embodying the qualities of water and fire. Tifareth's presence in the myth is a reminder that balance and moderation are essential for achieving harmony within ourselves and the world around us.
The myth of temperance is also deeply connected to the idea of the alchemical process. Tifareth's role as a mediator between the sun and the moon symbolizes the balancing of opposing forces, allowing for the transformation of base metals into gold. This process is both a literal and metaphorical representation of the inner alchemy that occurs within us.
In many ancient cultures, Tifareth was seen as a symbol of fertility and abundance, reflecting the cyclical nature of life. Her presence in the myth reminds us that growth and decay are intertwined, and that balance is necessary to nurture both the seed of new life and the roots of what has come before.
The figure of Tifareth also resonates with the concept of the golden mean, a philosophical idea that suggests finding a middle ground between two extremes. This balance is not just a state of equilibrium, but also a catalyst for growth, as it allows us to navigate the complexities of life with greater ease and wisdom.
In many rituals and ceremonies, Tifareth's energy is invoked to promote healing, restoration, and balance. Her presence serves as a reminder that we are not separate from the natural world, but are, in fact, an integral part of it, connected to the cycles of nature and the rhythms of the universe.
The myth of temperance offers a powerful metaphor for our own journey of self-discovery and growth. Tifareth's journey from the sun to the moon and back again represents the cyclical nature of transformation, where we are called to navigate the shadow and emerge reborn, wiser, and more whole.
In the realm of the Oniric, Temperance appears as a figure balanced on a scale, weighing the opposing forces of the subconscious. This card invites us to navigate the liminal spaces of our dreams, where the rational and irrational, the conscious and unconscious, are in constant flux.
I'm drawn to the image of the scale because it speaks to the push-pull of desire and restraint. How do we find balance in the midst of conflicting impulses when the dream self is often at war with the waking ego?
This is where the alchemical process of transformation comes in, the process of resolving the contradictions within ourselves so that we can emerge more whole and integrated. Temperance is the catalyst for this inner work.
I love how temperance is often associated with the elements of water and air. It's as if the figure is navigating the boundaries between the rational, logical world of the mind and the fluid, intuitive realm of the heart and emotions.
Yes, and it's also connected to the concept of the middle way in many spiritual traditions. Temperance is about finding that sweet spot between excess and deficiency, where we can find balance and harmony in our inner lives.
For me, temperance feels like a reminder that the subconscious is not just a source of creativity or insight, but also of healing and transformation. When we listen to our dreams and honor their wisdom, we can tap into a deeper sense of wholeness and connection.
In the realm of Temperance, we find the human embodiment of balance and harmony. This card represents the integration of opposites, where two energies once at odds now come together in perfect sync. It's a reminder that our inner selves must be in balance for true wholeness to emerge.
I love how Temperance shows us that balance is not about cancelling out our contradictions, but about embracing them. It's a call to acknowledge our shadow and our light, and to find a middle ground that allows us to move forward with integrity.
This card also speaks to the importance of self-reflection and introspection. Temperance encourages us to look within and find the equilibrium that lies at the heart of our being. By doing so, we can begin to heal the rifts between our opposing forces and find a sense of unity.
The alchemical process of temperance is one of transmutation, where base metals are turned into gold. I see this as a metaphor for our own transformation, where we can take our raw, unrefined energies and shape them into something beautiful and meaningful.
Temperance reminds us that we are not one-dimensional beings, but complex, multifaceted individuals. It's a celebration of our diversity and our capacity for growth, and a reminder that we can always learn to love and accept ourselves in all our messy, beautiful humanity.
As I see it, temperance holds a deep wisdom about the nature of human experience. It's a reminder that we are all works in progress, that our edges are constantly shifting, and that the only constant is change. It's a call to be gentle with ourselves as we navigate the ups and downs of life.
The Temperance card can represent a moment of balance and harmony, where opposites are reconciled. But what happens when this balance is disrupted? When the scales tip and the balance is lost?
I think this is where the Temperance card becomes really interesting. It's not just about achieving balance, but about the tension that exists between those opposing forces. It's like the pendulum is swinging and we are caught in the middle.
This flip side of Temperance can represent a kind of inner turmoil, where our own inner contradictions and paradoxes are forced to the surface. It's a moment of confrontation, where we're forced to confront our own dualities.
I love how you phrased that, Cleo. It's like the Temperance card is showing us that our own psyche is the greatest paradox of all. We're all these different things at once, and this card is highlighting that tension.
And what does this mean for our own healing and growth? How do we navigate this inner turmoil and find a way to reconcile our opposites?
I think that's what's so beautiful about the Temperance card. It's not just a fixed state, but a process. It's like we're being called to be in this state of tension, where we are constantly being asked to adapt and evolve.
In Temperance, we find the gentle art of balance. The figure on the card is carrying a vessel, often interpreted as a symbol of the self, with both water and fire within it. This blending of opposing forces reminds us that harmony is not about eliminating contrasts, but rather about embracing and integrating them.
I see the vessel as a metaphor for the psyche. The water represents the emotions, the fire represents the passions, and the act of carrying them together suggests a reconciliation of these opposing forces within ourselves. This is a call to acknowledge the contradictions within and to find a way to hold them in a state of tension rather than trying to eliminate them.
In many ancient cultures, the alchemist's quest for the philosopher's stone is a prime example of temperance in action. The alchemist must balance the opposing forces of base and divine to create something new and transformative. This card invites us to approach our own transformative journeys with a similar sense of balance and harmony.
That's a beautiful way to look at it, Cleo, but I also think of temperance as a reminder that balance is not always a static state, but a dynamic process. The figure on the card is in motion, carrying the vessel, and I see that as a symbol of our own journey towards balance, a journey that is always unfolding, always adapting.
I love that perspective, Billy, and it makes me think of the ancient Greek concept of eunoia, or beautiful thinking. Temperance is not just about balance, but about the beauty that arises from the integration of opposites. It's a reminder that our thoughts, emotions, and actions are all interconnected, and that true balance lies in embracing this interconnectedness.
That's a beautiful concept, Cleo, and it resonates deeply with me on a personal level. Temperance feels like a reminder that our inner landscapes are constantly shifting, and that our greatest strength lies in our ability to navigate these changes with compassion and to find the beauty in the process.
The cards have spoken.
We'll see you at the next draw.